very sketchy architecture. Small houses. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video I'd like to share with you my visit to Design Museum, and located in West London, to be precise, next to the High Street Kensington train station. This is the Design Museum, which was designed by one of the greatest of our modern architect, Zaha Hadid. Right, I'm now inside the lobby. Look at this lobby. These are the seats. It's like a mix of stairs and a place to sit at the same time, like an amphitheater where people can sit down for a rest. And another one here, right at the corner. There's so many places to sit in here. Look at this. Looking back, look at that window looking down on the left. Now this is looking down to the central entrance, the main lobby. This building is more. Let me just have a bigger look from that window looking down. Someone sitting there conveniently.
Sorry Matt, we're just looking at out of the window, not looking at you.
I don't think this is real tile. I don't think this is real marble. I think synthetic. Again, this building is like a big, huge cavity right in the center of the building. You can see the ground, the mezzanine, the first, second floor. It's like circulation. You have to circulate through this building to go up. Kind of a Guggenheim Museum in New York. You go surround the huge cavity void in between the building. It is a railing. I would say rather refined these stairs. Look at that. There's bookshops there. Quite interesting structure, isn't it? Look at that.
Interesting structure.
Aging stairs and plywood. What inside here today? There are new and old exhibitions, but there are also exhibitions that you have to pay to get in. What I'm going to see today is the free admission into the exhibition. This is the current exhibitions. Look into that in a moment. For now, I'm exploring the space of this architecture, piece of architecture, and engineering the structure. Look at that. This is kind of terracotta porcelain exhibition here today. I've been here years back, but today this is a new thing. This for free exhibition. Look at this porcelain. Look like have been as if they were being used. They look like mold, casted. Look at this. What is this? What is this about? Artist with a creation. He just Some make sense, some are just intriguing. And this is the textile waving the thing. Look at this. Every piece are precious. Every piece has its own narrative behind the creation. It's not always what you see is what you get. Aha, look at this. This is the sketch. Artists always come up with sketch drawings before the execution into real three-dimensional. Look at that. See that sketches now? And it transformed from a sketch into a 3D real things. And again, back again, look at that sketches, look at that. Methodical sketch into three-dimensional, into the real world. That's why drawing is so important. And what is this? See? Drawings. And three-dimensional model. I have no idea what this is. Look like cushions.
I don't know what this is.
And another one that look like maquette there. This is very a bit of a installation, architectural installation. Making work. Some people design maquette instead of drawings before transforming to 3D to understand the motion of space, usually for architecture. Another one here. The experimental, the way I see stuff here.
What is this?
Please do not touch. You cannot touch anything here, just to be seen. Please the eyes. Each creation. It's all about conceptual ideas, design idea that could be materialized, accepted, appreciated. Another sketch here, look at that. Like plants. See? Plant drawing, 3 drawings. Sketches, ideas. Champagne house, the Rio jewel. Oh, it's very famous. Champagne. So what does it got to do? Now they sketch it. Look at this again. Look at the sketchbook. Then crafted into a 3-dimensional model. Perhaps a 1 to 10 scales there. It's all about starting with drawings, idea for thought, and sketch idea. And this more look like Japanese kimono. I think this is, yeah, this certainly is kimono. No question about that. Would collect kimono. And a chair. What is it made of? What is this? Look like something from recycling or waste. To create motif and okay, it is. Is it made of button?
Sketchbook.
You see, again, design with motif there, drawing motif. Look at that. You have to be with an obsession to create things. That's why it could be frustrated. Some of your idea might not be appreciated. This is using Rhinos software. This is very famous Rhinoceros 3-dimensional drawings. and it could be printed into 3D printer. I'm not really a fan of rhinoceros. I would love to use it, but I don't use it. And you see, this is sketches idea again. Sketch ideas and sketchbooks. This to me seems like thing that is being printed. Everything digital in here and printed into 3D.
I'm going upstairs now. I'm going to the top.
Another steps now to the second floor. Look at this edging stairs made of birch ply. Simple yet refined material. I love it. Oh my god, look at that. Look at the roof. Look at the ceiling. You see, the roof, I see what you see, what you get is made of thermal material. It should keep the building warm in winter and keep it cool in the summer. Because a lot of heat loss actually in the roofing. And this seems to be a screen, interactive screen. Listen, okay, listen. When there's something changing, the main changes, you can hear the sound.
Something moving.
Look. See that?
Interactive. Whoa.
See the changing again?
I keep changing.
Wow, there's a collection of designed stuff in here. This is underground. This is the most iconic design by the British designers. Let's look at something else first. And look at this skeletons, sculpture of model. Maybe 1 to 10 scales, and of course from model transform into 1:1 scale in on-site. Look at the images, an image that were taken. They seem to be architecture designed, architecture works on site, proposed on site. I don't know the purpose of this. Maybe it cannot be a bus station, can it? Which is a shell, as a shed. Anyway, let's move on first. Something rather fascinating ahead. These look like again a fragment of models showing the detail of building materials that seem to be made of cast concrete panels. Oh my god, look at this.
Very sketchy architecture. Small houses.
Small scale scrap, made of scrap papers. This is typical of sketch models. See, remember, sketch drawing is not just sketch drawing, you can also sketch model. This is our architecture design process, the indication of the design process, how it works. This is what people pay for: testing, trying, changing, revising, sketching, understanding the site context, all of that. It's not just what you pay one drawing. There's a lot of process involved. That's why sometimes unrewarding job as an architect. Just simple drawing doesn't mean it's always simple works. The man works the same. A lot of process, a lot of understanding, space understanding, orientation, material, and all of that. And this is kind of a typo building, detached, semi-detached, mid-terrace roof materials. The same thing here. Sketch drawing to describe what the building is. Oh, this is a kitchen design kitchen. basically it's a cafe right at the top of the buildings where designers like to gather, or the enthusiasts or the people like to gather. Wow, this would make life easier as a designer if you can take this, transfer this real site into 3D drawings, and you can see from each angles, each views of the site, so you understand the site context. Virtual reality, you understand. This make life a lot easier. This you see, physical and digital space, exactly what it says. Right now I'm entering this some of these new and old design works that's on displays. Oh, yellow is going on. This seems like in China somewhere. Yellow uniform, yellow buildings. What's going on? A lot of designs works in here. Something from the past. Look at the typewriters. Wow, they're vintage. The typewriters no longer needed. Anyone ever used typewriters before? So noisy, wasn't it? Then Microsoft Word keyboard came. Typewriters no longer relevant. Yes, certainly moving forward. And those who like the old music, look at that. TV screen. Oh, what is that? What is this? Anyone know? Aha, this is quite fascinating. This is one of the very first skeleton of Henry Ford vehicle. Look at this, right hanging on the ceiling. You have to look from below. This is skeleton, one of the most iconic Henry Ford vehicle. And this seems to be rather modern. What is this? Uniform for ninja or what? It's rather glossy and futuristic to me. Showing about where this raw material are coming from. Somewhere, it seems like somewhere, certainly not in England. These are the things about this design museum, showing about design works, conceptual works, something like that. This is the torch that was designed for London Olympics in 2012. It's actually on display here. It's showing the finished product. Is easy. London Olympic 2012, designed by Edward Barber, and it showed the design process, and it showed how it worked, how it was manufactured. And let's have a look something else first. And this is another kind of works. What is this? Look like maybe metals there to cast certain kind of thing. Let's go back to that. Look at this. This is the Henry Ford factories, how they mass produce Henry Ford vehicles. This is the pictures from the past, and also there are pictures from today. This new one. This is the old one, the black and white, and show how those components and engine were made. Look at this from the archives during the Industrial Revolutions, I guess. Maybe not. Not sure this Henry Ford relevant. Oh, now I am in front of this. This is the game changing for architect industry. 3D printer. In almost every world big established architect firm now using software to draw things in 3D and print them in 3-dimensional models, maybe 1:2 or 1:20 scales. So totally game changing. So maybe there are people still working on handmade model makings, but with these 3D printer, it certainly cut it down. miniature city. This is all made up in 3D printer. Even picture of David there. Is this the thing? The Westminster, what do you call it? The clock? The clock tower. Unbelievable, the amount of this works by 3D printer. Even the chair, look at that. Transform a chair into 3D. There are some visitors here. Have a look. Oh, this is made of oak bark. Again, these typewriters from the past. I'm not sure if anyone is still using these typewriters. Look brand new to me. Based on the color. These are the latest modern product. This chair here made of cardboard. Seen this before. Look at that shape. These new things. What is this? This is more like electronic devices. Apple. Look at this. Look at the logo of this Apple. Look at the first one, the monochrome black. Then it changed 90s, evolved, slightly gray, again gray, and completely black. This is the latest model logo of Macintosh or Apple product. Look at this. All this thing, the design of Apple product, the watches, iPhone, iPad, iPod. Look at the first monitor by Apple. Look at that on the left, in the middle, and the latest one is the blue turquoise color. This one was very, very famous back then. Things that everyone wanted to have, and this is the latest flat screen. Unbelievable how things change. Back in the days, people would do anything to get some. Now nobody would buy that. And these are the design product by Sony cameras. Oh, this is the, you can say, robotic for those disabled people with no hands. Let's see. Oh, look at that. So this device, I'm not sure it's successful, but it seemed to be, from these images here, suggest that again it's a game changes. For those without hand, they can using this robotic hand more like the Iron Man or the Robocop. Wow, sure that this guy play cricket and holding the bottle there. So certainly it works. And more of these poor kids with no hands, and now they're able to use their hands, robot hands, like everybody else. Oh, this is a really good design. This is certainly is. Right. This is rather violent. Look at this Kalashnikov 47 rifles. Right, 47 rifles is one of the most famous, popular guns these days. It's not designed for good things, it's good designed to kill people. Designed by Kalashnikov, I think, Russian Kalashnikov, yeah, 1947 by Mikhail Kalashnikov. And it's now very, very popular rifles used that replace rifle of the First World War. The First World War rifle is very heavy. A rifle, this one, A47, is very lightweight and smaller and much more effective, more powerful. And also spoon in here. Look at this. It displays every single thing, more kind of product designs. These are product designs, lights that you can. Everybody needs this light in your rooms or in the office. when you study. Kitchen made entirely out of wood here? Is it for real or is just model? How is it gonna work? Even the tiles made of wood. Someone. This is one of the old first Vespa. Look at this. Really cute. I like to have one of this. Again, look at this. Bicycle design. Started with sketch idea. Look at this. Sketch drawings. Draw each detail of each component. And before it then turned into real bicycle for transportation. One of the most zero carbon use solely your energy, your own body. These are the 3D printed models, building models, dedicated design and dedicated to Zaha Hadid herself, the designer of Design Museum. And I think she's also one of the owner of the Design Museum before she passed away. And these are the models, 3D printed model of her design works, building works around the world. Make her life easier. Just draw them in Rhinoceros 3D or whatever 3D software out there, design tools, and print it into 3D models. Guys, listen to this. This is the Piccadilly line new face, new look. Piccadilly line is one of the oldest London Underground train in London, and many have changed, but unfortunately Piccadilly line is and at the moment still unchanged, still the same old condition. Oops, we got a face. Right. It looked like a throne actually, that Piccadilly line face. Now looking into the center and up into the ceiling, looking at this huge structure of this building. Look at that. How light filtered in through between this gap, this structure. Okay, down. See, these people are sitting here, relax on this. The mixed purpose of these stairs and place to sit. Right, this is the donation. This is how this building works. Survive on donation from Art Council, lottery funding, and generous public to put the money in.
Yeah, good now.
The fountains. Yeah, thank you for watching.